Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. I got my buddy Jack Daniel here. He goes everywhere I go. I'm going to get him down to the office one of these days. And I am doing the 5 Deep Tarot questions. Thank you for the encouragement, Brian Cormacar. And we're just going to jump right in. Try not to make this video 39 minutes long, if that's at all possible. I have my prompts here. Okay, which tarot card describes you as a reader? I would like to think, the way I kind of use the cards in my practice, that I would like to think what would describe me as a reader is the Hermit card. And I really get that. This really speaks very strongly to me because why I like this card and how I like to see myself as the reader in assisting someone that wants to come for some clarifications and insights is because whenever, number one, this goes back just real briefly. People who would come to a tarot card reader have an understanding, which I think is necessary, that there's more at play in this universe and in their lives than just luck and happenstance and circumstance. So that to me automatically infers that we're going to have a good session, that there's going to be a positive result, even if it's the last result that someone's trying to get something answered or clarified for themselves, because there's some sort of sense in the client that there's something deeper in them that is help guiding their life or help holding back their life. But the point is that there's an understanding that that there's something more going on than just I'm lucky or I'm unlucky. So I really like the idea of being the hermit to assist in this journey. Now, actually, the way I set up the cards to understand them better is that this is the first card in the second row, which means those like intrapersonal influences and urges, sending you into the more deeper aspects, spiritual aspects of your life and in yourself. Above, cards 1 through 7 is just like the worldly influences and urges. I'm interested in talking to these people right here who want to start this second line to go inside themselves because they understand that there's something going on in here that is having an effect out there. So I'm going to say this is me. And also, whenever, because of my hypnotherapy practice and because how I read the cards, and especially it makes a lot of sense that whenever you line up the cards the way I do, we're really in every single session looking at what is not serving them. These are all things that are not serving you. This wonderful devil card, it just points to such wonderful insights in what you're putting in your vibe. So just like that hermit sort of stops this process along what I would call the second line of the tarot, the really deep stuff, and is literally looking down at the first card of these universal influences that are there to just say, you want to stop and look at what's going on here, because this is holding you back from understanding these universal things that are happening. The idea that you are guided to like grow as an entity, as a spirit, as a soul in this life. Because most people just kind of want, just like what they kind of have on this first row, the cards 1 through 7, to just be like all ego type of concerns, and everyone wants to be safe and make a lot of money and skinny and happy and all this stuff that's kind of crap. It's the meat of this card here. So I am the hermit, and I'm proud to be the hermit because I'm sort of seeing through the cards what they're doing that is not serving them anymore. And I think that's a noble cause, to just get that gander, get that look down, to find out, to help discover what's in their vibe. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are the patterns of actions in their life that is getting them the same result? Why do they keep on finding the same jackass to date? Why do they keep finding that same person, the same income level? They're doing something that's not serving them, or I should say they're doing something that's not serving them. So answer that first question. I consider myself the hermit because I like to just view myself as just shedding some light on what you are doing. We're going to get into that also in a couple other things, which is why that hermit is so important for me as a reader. There we go. Number 2, what is your favorite card to see when you're reading for another person or my clients? My most favorite is actually a combination, but I'm just kind of going to give you, it's the next one. It's the next card after what we're looking about, after I kind of can assist, if I can, what they're kind of seeing down here that is not serving them. I think, and in my experience, gives them an idea that this is more of a holographic universe than they may have actually thought, that this isn't failure that they're experiencing, this is actually feedback, and it's getting feedback to push you along further down this line to become more whole, to have this spirit more being able to manifest its desires as an entity, an eternity entity, and also in this egoic meat suit that we walk around in. So this is my favorite card, and I think actually it makes a lot of people feel good to just say, this is just how it is. This is just one door closing so that this other window can open up if you just can accept and let go of that other thing. I find that my clients who I help, I like to think that I help, find a lot of comfort in just knowing this is just the way it is. This is just the way it has to be, and there's a lot of growth. Let's just accept what is and let's move on. That's my favorite card for my clients to get. What's next? Why is this your favorite? I just told you why it's my favorite. Why do you practice tarot? I practice tarot because I find it very, very useful. I think it's a very successful tool to help discover patterns that you're putting out there that's attracting all these different futures to you. Let's change the patterns so we can change some futures. I think if you do it right, I think if you do it with confidence, it's really kind of a badass way to get right to the point. Really, really cool to just like whip out some cards and then you ask a couple questions and it's like, holy hell. They start thinking, I didn't realize I was thinking like that, but that's exactly what I thought. Is that a belief system? Yes, that's a belief system. This is what's going on. This is what's going to continue. You're going to find the next asshole in line if you keep on thinking this way about relationships, of course, you know, or whatever it is. So that's why I practice tarot, because I think it's badass. I think it's really, really cool to help someone in this way. And it seems random for the people that don't know. Actually, which is why I started that Tattooed Spirit for the Tattooed Spirit in the Tarot series. Okay, what is the gift you want to give to the world as a tarot reader? I don't know, maybe I kind of answered that, but I really wanted to really inspire people to understand that they're playing a part in creating their experience. Of course, there's influences like the cards, like we just talked about, 15 through 21, that are really just kind of out of your control, that are happening to just sort of say, this is where your higher self is pulling you. We want to grow, you know? But for the vast majority of why we're here, it's so that we can understand that we're a part of it and we have an effect on our world, you know? I don't like fortune telling because that's like, tell me what's going to happen in my life. And I don't do any events if it's any way, or I don't do readings if someone's going to just say, I want to know what's going to happen to me, because I like to correct that thinking and to just then to redirect it into what am I doing that is creating this certain outcome in my life, and what can I be doing different? So I guess to answer the question, once I ramble a little bit, what's my gift, is to empower people to understand that they have some control in what is going on in their lives, and to stop answering what's going to happen to me. That victim stuff doesn't play in this office at all. At all. Last question. That was quick. If you were given the chance to experience life all over again with a new major arcana card, as your primary narrative and worldview, which major arcana card would you choose and why? I pulled out Temperance. Being the 7th card in the second line, 7 being, I know this isn't a 7, but it's the 7th card in the second line, means it's victory, it's success of the inner search to know yourself. And I would like to just kind of be this character right there. I just find she's beautiful, he is gorgeous, and it's completely in balance. I don't want to talk about this card, but to add a little depth to this little video, to add a little understanding, if you understand how really, I think Rachel Pollack introduced me to this many years ago, have a being in a doing, I would be this. And I would then do my life like that. How do you like that? So really that, but if I had an opportunity to add some flavor, I'd be this, or I'd be this, but do my life like that, all right? And just have it be more, I don't know, it might be easier. I don't know, it might be more fun, I would hope. But anyway, Jack Daniels and I, thanks you for viewing. And hey, this was great. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.